All right, everybody, welcome to No Limits, Texas. Garrett Jenkins up here in a broadcast booth as always for the Racing Idiot Racing Network, bringing you live coverage tonight for the Inspire Cup Series. Right now, as it stands, a mid-warm night here in Texas right now. Partly cloudy skies, humidity up 66%, track temperature right now 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Race analysis for tonight will be posted up here later in a bit. Several stories to talk about tonight, but right now we'll focus in on practice, get a word with a couple of drivers before we start tonight. Right now, Bobby Hadaway, Shane Haar, Elijah Fisher, Justin Maddox, Mike Hauser, the top five. Well, of course, the big story coming into the night after Las Vegas, the points gap. Only 4 points separate the top two. That would be Josh Henderson and Shane Haar. Matter of fact, we'll cover this part here in a second. But points coming into the night for Texas. Josh Henderson still on top of the points lead since his win at Daytona to start the season. Shane Haar's second, Elijah Fisher, Colton Ward, Jason Williams, the top five, Thomas Hernandez, Stephen Henning Jr., Tyler Stone, Cade Kennan, and Chris Lauder. Right now, the drivers who are in green are qualified for the chase / the playoffs. But still a long way to go. Look forward to covering that as the night goes on. Team, for the first time tonight, team standings coming into the night based off of points. And right now, Inspire Motorsports on top as we stand. Well, with that being said, got a lot to cover in 12 minutes to do it. With that being said, first, let's get a word with the man right now leading the points, Hot Shot Henderson. Josh Henderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, buddy. You got me?
Oh, yeah. Well, it has been, as we have said several times since this season started, it has been a hell of a start for the 17 team since joining the Full Throttle Union. Right now, a little bit of lag on your side, but take me through tonight. Take me through today. Pretty much take me through this whole season. Is this what you expected? How this season will start off?
Yeah, let me turn that down so you can hear me. Yeah, sorry, car's always so loud. The good news is I just got a lap in. I know it was a little laggy, but it's a lot better than not being able to turn the car at all before qualifying. That's what it felt like the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, sorry if you can hear my crew chief too as well. I apologize. Yeah, constantly learning, constantly getting better. Feeling really good about it. Winning Daytona was awesome. Only led one lap though, right? And then felt really good at Rockingham. Felt like I raced that really smart. Last two races, I actually, ran the fastest lap at Phoenix and just made a mistake. Finally got to the lead and made a mistake. So still felt fast. Felt like I had a chance to win that one. And then Las Vegas was there the whole race long and just miscalculated by, a lap. So I really feel like I've gotten to the point where if I don't beat myself, I have a shot at the win. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Colton and Shane, they're fast. I know there's a couple guys in here. I'm interested to see how fast they go today at night. But as long as I don't take myself out of it, I should be up there at front racing, and that's my expectations, and that's what we're going to maintain every race.
Well, last question before I let you go. Points lead coming tonight only separated by 4. Does that put pressure on the 17, or will it still be business as usual?
Business as usual. I think I'm in a position where if I just keep doing what I'm doing, I'm not actually probably worried about the points until it's nice to talk about, right? It's nice to say, hey, I'm number one right now. But once we hit the reset, it don't really matter. You know what I mean? We don't get anything crazy for winning regular season. So it's all about the championship. So let's get to the playoffs. Let's learn. Let's make mistakes now. Let's get better from them. And then when the playoffs start, let's do what I did last year, but just a little bit better.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Right now, Josh Henderson Third quickest in practice and walks in tonight, the points leader. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Have fun.
Yes, sir. From one side to another, couple drivers tonight chasing history of their own. For Colt Ward to break the record for most consecutive wins in the Inspired Cup Series right now at 2, that has been tied by several drivers. Shane Har, Josh Henderson, just talked to him to mention. But on the other side of things, you want to talk about history. Shane Har, new paint job tonight. Matter of fact, we'll redo the overlay one more time just to be sure. So if they go gray for a minute, it's normal. They'll all load back up. But while we got a moment in the time, let's talk to the man right now chasing his own history for 3 straight Texas wins. Shane Har, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hey, man, what's up?
Not a whole lot I got to say. Couple key things to bring into the night. 1, you're 4 points outside of the points lead. And really for the first time to see the points lead since last season. How are the nerves for that? And then second, before we go further, you're chasing history of your own tonight, becoming that could become a 3-time winner at Texas, and they're all straight wins. Do you feel like the 21 is fast enough to achieve that feat tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Just like every other race, we gotta, control our own destiny, and, hopefully the strategy plays out in the end.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, just talked to Josh Henderson, said he really isn't too worried about the playoffs coming into tonight, or ain't too worried about the points lead coming into tonight. What about you on the other side of things? Be the first time you've led the points since the championship finale where you ended up winning. Do you feel like the pressure's kind of on the 21 team to try to perform like you did last season with 9 wins?
No, not really. We got the championship, so, that's all that really matters in that situation. As far as, going out here tonight, I feel we got a pretty good car tonight, so I'd be disappointed with, if we didn't finish at least in the top 5.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. See if the 21 cannot get 3 straight wins at Texas tonight, and more importantly, be Shane Har's first win since Homestead last season. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Well, for Shane Har, of course, history on the line, as always, but then there's other drivers. Still got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. So what's next on the agenda here, brother? Oh, yeah. So that being said, driver requested an interview for tonight and has one of the flashiest cars on the racetrack. I like to think, and right now, this driver comes into tonight. Let's see. Be easier just to do it like this. Well, for this driver tonight, comes into tonight pretty much coming off of one of the best runs that he had compared to last season. With that being said, if I'm not mistaken, still within. Matter of fact, comes in tonight 5th in the points for H&W Motorsports. And coming off of a streak of 4 straight top 10 finishes that go all the way back to Daytona. So let's get the man himself for H&W Motorsports, Jason Williams, in the booth here. Jason Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, buddy, momentum still rolling high for this 40 team, coming off of 4 straight top 10s that go all the way back to the Inspire 250 4 weeks ago. Take me through the emotion right now and really take us through the design behind this, what has to be a very flashy and honestly a very great looking race car tonight.
Thank you, Garrett. How you like that hot rod?
Looks pretty good. Looks real good, actually.
Yeah, that's breast cancer awareness month, for October, and got Miss Sue Honey Nix on the quarter panels there. She's a dear family friend. I think they're tuning in to watch the broadcast tonight, so everybody keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and that's where we're at.
Well, buddy, I'm going to ask you this one question before I let you get ready for qualifying in a few short minutes. Just mentioned coming into the night, 4 straight top 10s right now, sits 5th in points. Is the plan to try to nab a win, or is it just simply because after tonight the schedule would undoubtedly get a lot harder, road courses being thrown into the mix along with some more super speedways? What is the plan for the 40 team tonight and going forward?
Well, if I was smart, I really need to play the points game and have a good night with points. But then again, I sure would like to see this 40 car in victory lane for Miss Honey Nix.
Well, buddy, with that being said, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully the top 10 streak will be able to continue, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. So that being said, next up, with a very brief 3.5 minutes, we'll talk to the man right now. I mentioned making history in his own right tonight to be the first driver to go for 3 straight Cup Series wins after his dominating run at Phoenix, led 101 of 156 laps, followed that up with Las Vegas. And right now, kind of my favorite paint job, so to speak. Well, not really favorite paint job, but honestly, this car has a lot of personality to it. With that being said, getting the man himself who has burst on to the scene since last season. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hello.
Well, it's been talked about since last week. Going for 3 straight tonight. Cup wins in a row. Right now, 3rd on the board. Does the 42 got in the car tonight to try to put it on the front spot?
I think this racing's going to be a little weird because, I think turn 1 you can kind of go in different lanes. I don't know if tires will be an issue. I don't know how this car reacts on tire wear. But I think there'll be more lanes to run in the long run if we get there.
Well, buddy, I want to ask you tonight, me and what we saw when we were at Legacy, Texas on Saturday, do you feel like tonight will be more of a tire game, or do you feel like this will be a little bit more forgiving as we go on?
I think it'll be more forgiving.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Colton Ward going for 3 straight Cup Series wins tonight to break the record held by Shane Hart and several others. Hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, to do that, it's got to go through a lot. While we're mentioning it, driver right now, 2nd on the board, making his return, Zeb Johnson to the league. And then while we got him, we got another driver making his debut tonight, Matt Morrison. All right, now, Morrison sits 11th quickest with a 29.770 for the Ally #1 machine. Right now, top 10 as they stand. Shane Harr, Zeb Johnson, Colton Ward, Bobby Hadaway, Elijah Fisher, top 5. Hot Shot, Josh Henderson, Travis Farmer, Jason Williams, Tyler Stone, and David McCullough rounds out the top 10. It's gonna be a great night here as practice comes to a close, and Shane Harr, the reigning Cup Series champion, on top of the board tonight. Qualifying up next. So qualifying about to begin here. Get 5 minutes to post 2 laps. Well, Tyler Stone be the first one for Inspired Motorsports to roll off to attempt to post a lap. So long as nothing happens that disqualifies the lap. Speaking of Inspired Motorsports, time to go a little bit more in depth with this. Team standings coming into tonight based off points per driver. And I'm guessing it's kind of combined all into one. Inspired Motorsports on top over the Loners. 4 points back, Falcon Motorsports. 12 alone to Full Throttle Union. 12 back as well. HW Motorsports sits 32 points back. Slick Motorsports 36. Simtech Racing 52. Velocity Motorsports 55 back. And of course the PS3 Oldies round out the field 80 back. That is the team standings coming into tonight. That's Tyler Stone. First lap of 30, 143 for Stone. Travis Farmer on the clock, as well as several others. We're going to wait and try to get everybody. Darcy Hart goes with a 321. Kind of hard to follow everybody as everybody's making their qualifying runs all at once. Mike Hauser, top of the board with a 29.633. Stephen Henning Jr. slides into second. There's Stephen Henning. On back through the field. Hot Shot Henderson slides into second for his first lap. Right now, Henning on his second. Right in the line, Stephen Henning Jr. isn't enough to improve on that lap. It is. Top of the board for Henning. 29.582. What a lap. David McCullough. What a run this man has been on. Trying to improve. Right now at 8th place starting spot at the line. He does 4th quickest. Bobby Hadaway, H&W Motorsports right now. Hadaway, 9th on the board. You see that car a little bit loose off of 2. Able to keep his foot in it. Right now, Hot Shot Henderson top of the board with a 29.578 for Bobby Hadaway. Is this lap enough for the front row? Survey says 6.92. It will be good enough for 5th. Well, one driver rolling out. Elijah Fisher in a brand new paint scheme, 3M hot pink machine for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And right now, Fisher will be coming to complete his first lap at the line. 30.3086. Or 30.086. There we go. Get it right. Right now, heavy hitters still to come. Shane Harr, Robert Will Hoyt, Zeb Johnson, Thomas Hernandez. Hunter Rozelle, 10th quickest. Had a massive fall after the lap 1 incident at Las Vegas. Looking to try regain some points, get back in the top 10. And Elijah Fisher's lap at the line. Top of the board. 29.545. Elijah Fisher to the top. All right, now Paul Chavez, the 33. Right now, 18th quickest. This will be the end of his second lap, and at the line of 9.24, good enough for 15th. How about drivers returning? Zeb Johnson catches him right at the end of his qualifying lap, and Johnson a 6.38, 4th quickest for the 29. All right, now Jackson Hadaway, Shane Harr, Aaron Stanton's race control, so he don't really count. So Elijah Fisher, top of the board. So let's see if we cannot get a word with the driver. The 16, we'll give him a minute here. I'll wait for him to get done with his little pre-race speech. Race analysis tonight, 134 laps. That is the length, and at the end of it, somebody will be saying day one in No Limits Texas, where everything's bigger. Well, while we got a moment in the action, go through the starting lineup for tonight's running of the Inspired Cup Series. And it is Elijah Fisher on the pole, Josh Henderson second, Stephen Henning Jr. in third, Zeb Johnson, Mike Hauser rounds out the top five. For Mike Hauser enters tonight 11th in the points, 9 out, looking in. David McCullough, Bobby Hadaway, Wade Alexander, Travis Farmer, Jason Williams, the top 10. Matt Morrison, Hunter Azell rounds out the fast 12. On down through the field, Chris Lyotta, Tyler Stone, Joseph Maddox, Paul Chavez, Robert Will Hoyt, Brent Hammerhand, Darcy Hart, Christopher Roska rounds out the top 20. And then down to the drivers who did not qualify, we're going to exclude Aaron Stanton, being that he is race control. Colt Ward, Shane Harr, 21st, 22nd. Thomas Hernandez will be moved up to 23rd. And Jackson Hadaway rounds out the field in 24th. Now let's see if we cannot get a word with the Falcon Motorsports driver who enters tonight third in the points. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, take me through the night, starting on the pole for tonight. Got a fast number 29 machine. You feel like you can get the job done?
Yeah, I feel pretty good tonight. We brought some fast Falcon Motorsports cars. We've been consistent, always on pole for these things. And yeah, just hoping to go out there and hopefully finish top 5, if not get a stab at the win if we can.
Well, buddy, it has been what some could say a rough start to the season, the first 2 or 3 races, but now it looks like the 16 team is finding their strides, sits third in the points right now, only out by, I believe it's 34 or 43, one of them two numbers. What can you feel like the 16 can bring to the table tonight, and really, what would it mean to return to the victory lane for the first time since, if I'm not mistaken, Mount Panorama?
Yeah, we just got to make sure that we go out there and race as hard as we can, and we got to start turning some of our finishes into some better points days, and that's going to be key for trying to get into the playoffs. And, yeah, just trying to do the best we can and try to grab some good finishes, and hopefully tonight is one of them in victory lane.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing. That car looks pretty bad, fast, and pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, that being said, the lights on the pace car are out. If you are just joining us, we're going to reiterate the point standings coming into tonight for the driver's side of things. So Josh Henderson still holds the points lead, only by 4 points over Shane Harr. But right now, the drivers in the green are the drivers who are right now the top 10 in points when we end the regular season at Daytona or at Talladega. Will be the 10 drivers fighting for a championship. And right now, one driver who after last season in the Final Four finds himself looking on the outside, looking in by 9 points. Mike Hauser needs a decent run tonight to put himself back into the points up, but Hunter Azell walked in 5th in points entering Las Vegas last week. A lap 1 crash has put the driver of the 20 out by 10 points. David McCullough on a hot streak, as is Joseph Maddox with 2 straight top 10 finishes. So No Limits Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. And tonight against no bigger than the Inspired Cup Series. Elijah Fisher brings them down. We're rolling. Off of turn 4 for the first time, Elijah Fisher leads. The points leader, Henderson, right on his bumper. Zeb Johnson in the mix as well. Right now, Henderson looking to take control early over Elijah Fisher. The field works down the back straightaway. Zeb Johnson off the wall a little bit. Yeah, about Wade Alexander, that 84 machine, up to 4th. David McCullough battling back in 5th. A lot of pink cars tonight. It's going to be hard to tell who was who. Oh, Alexander loses it early. No caution yet. But a big slide for Wade Alexander. And there's the caution. Gonna be sure that there ain't nothing else. Everybody else looks like they have made it through. That is something that I did not expect. We have not seen turn 4 really be a trouble spot. Well, let's go back and see what happened to Wade Alexander. A great starting spot tonight for the 84. Right now, we're just, okay, maybe a bit of net code. That's a lot what it looks like. Really, that car snaps around too quick for it to be a net code, for it not to be a net code incident, and it really, you ain't gonna have a chance to really say this. Gets right next to McCullough and around it goes. Right on board with Wade Alexander through this. Back in the gas and really around she goes. I did a hell of a job. Really, everybody did a great job not being caught up in that. I do want to ride on board with Mike Hauser because it's about filling his lap. Right on board with the 43. Right now under the first caution of the night. Single car spin. Can't grab a word with old Mike Hauser. Mike Hauser, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and that was a little bit too close to call, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. That was, I wasn't expecting that my windshield. I was just trying to get settled in, and the 84 went around right in front of me, and I'm just glad I stayed out of it. I didn't get into him, and I think he got away pretty clean too. So definitely got the heart rate going 5 laps in, but we're still here, still doing all right, and hopefully we don't have any more anxiety and inducers like that the rest of the race.
Well, buddy, take me through the night. Of course, only 9 points separate you from your teammate, Chris Lyotta, in the points. I know that points still a bit early to worry about, but is it pretty much just survive and try to get the good finishes from here on out, or is there a sense of urgency to try to go ahead and get back inside the top 10 from the 43 machine?
Definitely get good finishes, but I think we're capable of that. I think that's just like, that's the expectation for the 43 car, is to just run good in general. But I know we have amazing speed week in, week out. We have the speed to run top 5, top 3, and even for the win. So I think I just need to reassure myself that, you know, we're going to get one day. We're going to get one soon. and we just need to, sometimes take care of it and take what we can get sometimes. But so far tonight, I think the car is really fast, and hopefully we can lead some laps, stay up front, and get a good finish out of it.
Well, Mike, I'm going to make you a deal. If you win tonight, of course, I do got a couple co-workers watching tonight, so I'll make you a deal. If you win the race tonight, I'll go to Waffle House tomorrow for lunch on my lunch break. Sound good?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see that. So I'm hoping we can get a win tonight just for that reason and get Garrett the Mike Hauser meal at Waffle House. It's 2 classic waffles and a side of bacon.
Oh, damn. That's actually not bad. All right. All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Let you get back ready here.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Apologize for the coughing. Still getting over. Still got a little bit of the flu left over. That being said, we'll re-rack the top 10 real fast. Josh Anderson, Zeb Johnson, David McCullough, Elijah Fisher, and Travis Foreman, the top 5. Mike Hauser, Joseph Maddox, Jason Williams, Bobby Hadaway, Hunter Azell rounds out the top 10. The field brings them down to the start. We're rolling it again. Anderson off to a great start. Johnson, Elijah Fisher's going to battle back to the bottom. Mike Hauser trying to make quick work of Johnson as the field thunders down the back straightaway. For Henderson tonight, he's got strong opposition from Johnson, Fisher, Hauser, everybody coming for that top spot. Zeb Johnson to the outside. Johnson way up the racetrack in the middle of 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2, I should say. Trying to get our run down the back straightaway. Henderson slams the door shut. That rolls reverse. Henderson working that outside lane. Johnson at the line. He will get it over. Josh Anderson, Mike Hauser wants to make this a 3-car battle with Travis Farmer up in the top 4, David McCullough in the top 5. Right now, you can do this. You can play hard with the car. You can really burn these tires up and be fine for at least the first 20, 25, 30 laps. At some point, tires will become a thing. As right now, see the biggest movers in the race right now. Robert Wilhoit up 8 spots from where he started this. Ward up 7. No surprise there. Joseph Maddox up 7 spots from where he started this race as well. All right now, oh, Henderson hard off the wall and again. Josh Henderson slams the wall. Hard to say if there's damage to that 17 machine. It doesn't look like he's affected it too much. But man, bounced it off the wall twice. Trying to keep that as a development story. Zeb Johnson taking it 3 wide for the lead. They're racing. Like it is already the last lap. And we're only 11 laps into this thing. Oh, well, say what you want about these cars, how aero dependent they are and whatnot, but they put on some of the best races early. Zeb Johnson leads. All right, now, bonus points as they stand. Well, Josh Anderson's right now has 3 points for leading the most laps. Got a bonus point for leading a lap. Right now, fastest lap belongs to Mike Hauser with 29.670. That'll be an extra bonus point, I believe a bonus point for the pole, which goes to Elijah Fisher. So everybody playing the points game early as Zeb Johnson now opens up a half a second lead over Mike Hauser and Travis Farmer, who are side by side. We'll go through the field. Brought to you by Inspire Marketing, and right now Zeb Johnson, the leader. Right now Johnson's led 5 laps so far tonight. Right now the leader. All further back through the field, Mike Hauser. Right now still side by side with Travis Farmer. Right now Travis and Hauser both on a move from where they started. Travis Farmer started 9th, right now up to 2nd. The damage to the points leader does not appear to be as severe as first thought. As Josh Anderson, oh, McCullough goes around. David McCullough and Robert Wilhoit in the inside wall were under caution yet again. Man. Well, for David McCullough, of course, not showing a meatball flag at the moment, so damage might not be severe. Really don't see a lot to that machine. Robert Wilhoit, damage to the back end of that car. Well, let's see what happened. See if we can get a better camera than this one. For the field, they're going to go, trying to go 3 wide. McCullough's going to get in the middle on Fisher. And Wilhoit slides up right into the 2 machine, and man, I don't think the 2 is going to get a lot of damage out of this, but I definitely question that 22. Look at it for the crash chopper cam. Well, this will give us the best representation of the wreck. Wilhoit's going to slide up, make contact, and bam. McCullough hit the wall pretty good. Nose first. Let's run on board with him and Robert Wilhoit through this. I still don't think he hit him all that hard, but Robert Wilhoit, see what happens here. I think they're 3 wide, and I think I know Wilhoit's clear, but we know that of course to his outside, but really, hard to say, but 2 shots right to the inside wall. Man. Well, you can look at it right there. The car is fishtailing a little bit, so obviously some suspension damage done to that machine, and you see Robert already in the garage, or not in the garage, but on pit road. We can't get a report from David McCullough on seeing how bad the damage is. David McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a quick copy, buddy?
Happening, Garrett.
Well, not in the way you wanted to start tonight. I wanted to ask first, how bad is the damage to the 2 machine? We saw it looked like a pretty decent lick into the inside retaining wall.
I don't think the damage is that bad. We're just I'm gonna take some tires here, see if we can get back in the groove and go from there.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you from here on out. Appreciate your time. Hopefully we'll still talk to you at the end of this thing.
I appreciate you, Garrett. Have a good evening.
You too, bud. We'll get a get a word with Robert Wilhoit here in a minute. Wilhoit is back on track, but still damage to that 22 machine. Well, to re-rack the field, Zeb Johnson, Travis Farmer first and second. Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson, Bobby Hadaway top 5. Matt Morrison, Justin Maddox, Hunter Rozelle, Wade Alexander, and Colton Ward. Again, going for 3 straight wins tonight. Right now, rounds out the field. As Johnson and Farmer brings them down to the restart zone. We're rolling again. Another big restart for Johnson. Mike Hauser is going to fall right into second. Josh Anderson will be side by side with Farmer as Farmer goes way up the racetrack. And off the wall goes Farmer and Hadaway. Right now, Mike Hauser hot on the trails of Zeb Johnson. You know Hauser wants a bonus point for leading a lap. Down to the bottom. Well, Hauser's going to try to slide job. Not going to be able to get there. Johnson with a run down the back straightaway. Be 114 to go when they get back to the start-finish line. But already the racing already about as action-packed and intense as it can be. Johnson off the wall a little bit. How about Josh Henderson trying to make his presence known in this race early, right on board winning. Right now, evidently the damage to the 17 was not severe enough to affect how the car is handling. Right now, hugging that white line about the best you can be, trying to stay in the draft to Hauser. Get a dashboard on here and see. Really just ride with him, see what he's doing. We'll get rid of this camera for a second. Right now, 176 down the back straightaway. Cracking the throttle ever so slightly, just letting the car turn a little bit right back full throttle as they come off of turn 4. And folks, that is a lap with Josh Henderson. Right now, Harrison looked to the bottom. Here comes Matt Morrison, 4 wide off the second corner. Back to 3. Colt Ward working himself into the picture. Where did Morrison come from in all this? I don't know, but it's going to run Harrison way up the racetrack. They're going to keep it straight for the moment. Hunter Rozelle up to 6th. Jesus almighty, people. Right now, Johnson way up the racetrack again. Really using that high line to get the run off the corner. And right now it's working for him. Mike Hauser falls back to 3/10 of a second. Travis Farmer settles in the 3rd spot. Matt Morrison 4th. Josh Henderson the top 5. Good gosh. Well, Morrison's coming. And of course, making his debut tonight in the Inspire Cup Series. And right now, putting on a clinic. Showing that he is one to be reckoned with. Right now, we see the driver going for 3 straight wins tonight on the Cup Series side. Colt Ward up to 6. And of course, the driver going for 3 straight Texas wins. The defending champion, Shane R. Right now, R started 22nd, up to 8th. Right now, just being a slow, methodical night early in the race. Of course, the last time we were in Texas for the Cup Series, Shane Har would end up winning that race. Right now, Har on the move. Still a long way to go. New paint job for the 21 as well. chocolate frosted flakes on the hood. Don't get me started. Well, meanwhile, Mike Hauser has made the pass for the lead on Zeb Johnson. Johnson right back on his bumper again. Is going to look to the outside lane. Morrison, Colton Ward. Right now, Johnson battling right back to the outside. Caution is out. Tyler Stone, we see he's got damage. Justin Maddox, meatball flag. Massive damage to the number 6 machine. Front end completely tore up on the 6. That will more than likely be night done for a driver who came into tonight 13th in the points and only out by 13. Well, this will be a massive blow to Joseph Maddox tonight. Let's see what happened. We're running the footage here. Okay, so this is going to start up further ahead. Oh, so Henderson. Stephen Henning, a big slab, McCullough. Okay, hold the phone. Hold the script here. Hold up. So before we get any of this, what happened to Henderson? You say what happened to Henderson. How about the save that McCullough and Steve Henning had in? Rewind it. Well, looks like Hunter Azell. Henderson will make contact and my camera will work. That'd be great. Well, Azell tries to come up down the back straightaway. They arc the corner, and it's hard to say to 20 and the 17. Hard to say if one comes up, one comes down, but regardless, big save, Shane Har. Whoo, Wade Alexander, everybody's trying to hold on to it. Stephen Henning and David McCullough is going to come through here, and they're going to have two massive saves. There's Tyler Stone completely sideways. McCullough and Henning both save it. Got several replay options to look at. First, you know you want to. If I can find him. Right now, right on board with Stephen Henning Jr., who right now is scored as the leader. Right on board with him. See there, gets on the apron. Hell of a save. Still fighting it off the floor. Well, for Tyler Stone, it's going to be hard to see how Tyler makes it through this. This will run on board with Joseph Maddox and Hunter Azell. Oh, and Jason Williams got involved in this as well. Whew. Well, next camera angle, Hunter Azell, and really see if his onboard can kind of give us a perspective of really what happened. So we're going to roll it off of turn 2 down back straight away. It looks like from that angle, Henderson maybe goes down. Last onboard we got before we headed back to the green, because I believe the one that goes coming up with Joseph Maddox. Sees it happen in front of him, trying to stay out of it. Makes contact with Stone, and from there completely kills the left front, and then it kills the right front. So Joseph Maddox, night done. Stephen Henning Jr. is the leader. First race recap of the night. Well, Stephen Henning Jr., of course, it's too big for the overlay to get it all in, so it makes it look like that. Nonetheless, Stephen Henning Jr., your leader. 3 cautions for 10 laps and 6 lead changes for tonight. That is the first of probably several race recaps. I'm going to rewrite the top 10 as it stands. Stephen Henning Jr., David McCullough, 1 and 2. Colt Ward, Mike Hauser, 3rd and 4th. Elijah Fisher, Hunter Azell was 5th and 6th. Now Morrison up to 6th. Azell 7th. Travis Farmer 8th. Shane Hart, Zeb Johnson round out the top 10. All right. Well, intensity has been off the chart right from the get-go. And for the first time tonight, Stephen Henning Jr. brings them to you to the United Rentals restart zone. Let's try this again. We're rolling. Right now, the field thunders in turn number 1. Mike Hauser immediately making it a pass for the lead. Colt Ward and Henning will drop way back down to the 4th spot. It's still being challenged all over the place. Almost 3 wide. Matt Morrison up to the 2nd or up to the 3rd spot. Oh, McCullough gets turned. Saves it. No caution yet. Oh, big wreck. Hernandez involved in it. Hernandez, McCullough, Apostle Chavez. Man. Massive damage to that 2 machine. And after a great last 3 weeks, the night for David McCullough and the top 10 streak will come to an end. Thomas Hernandez, already 29 laps down, gets involved in this one. What in the name of might? Well, we saw McCullough get loose. Don't know if there's contact with the 20 or not. I remember seeing the 20. Let's look at it. Okay, hold on here. Rewind it. No! Garrett. There we go. Right now, McCullough looks like he goes down and... Rewind it. So, very similar incident to what we saw with literally the lap prior with Josh Henderson. Lozelle dives it to the bottom. There is contact. The 20 will get into the 2. Couldn't call it the last time. This time it looks like it's on Hunter. Gotta wait and see. But right now, David just trying to hold it together. Jason Williams, contact there will send the 20 or the 2 around again. This time, no coming back from it. But then you got Brent Hammerhand and Fernaris on it. Man! Wicked shot. Well, David fought it to the bitter end. It's right on board with him. He's still trying to get it gathered up. Williams makes contact with him there. Hammerhand makes contact with him. God almighty, is he getting nailed. Well, next, let's ride on board with Apostle Chavez through this. Paul Chavez. Going too far. Well, this is a restart where you might have some drivers on newer tires. You might have some drivers on older tires. He's left and rolling out of. Still think a bit of an ARCA brake. Bam. Next on board, last on board for this wreck, Robert Wilhoit. It has not been a good night for the 22, and it will go from bad to worse. Wilhoit's trying to check up. That's where he makes contact with the 77, the 2 on his hood. Jesus. And at the front of the field, none other than Colton Ward himself. Well, you've heard us say it for the last week. 3 straight. It's what he's going for tonight. Well, you want to talk about right now implications as far as the points goes. Joseph Maddox walked into tonight out by 13 points. That'll definitely lessen tonight. Robert Wilhoit needed a great run out by 31. Tonight does not appear to be going Wilhoit's way. David McCullough was on the move up to 14th in the standings. That'll take a hit tonight, but none bigger than Thomas Hernandez. Only 19 points to the good entering tonight, but Hernandez right now 29 laps down. As the field roars back to life, we're rolling. Mentioned Hernandez 29 down. He will be able to get possibly Rosca, Maddox, Chavez, possibly even David McCullough move up into the top 20. Every point matters because as the season keeps going, it's only going to get harder from here. And look at Mike Hauser. He really wants me to go to Waffle House tomorrow. Mike Hauser showing him what he's got. Here comes Morrison to the bottom. They're taking it to Colton Ward tonight. Run on board with Mike Hauser. Morrison pushing him down the back straightaway for the lead. Matt Morrison with 95 to go dives to the bottom of Hauser. Hauser to run the middle lane. Zeb Johnson working himself back in it. How about Travis Farmer still in this? Look no further back in 6. Shane Harr on the move. Scott Josh Henderson right behind him. How about Bobby Hadaway and Wade Alexander saying, I want a piece of this. 9 drivers within a second of each other. Ward cuts to the bottom, slicing and dicing. Battle for the lead. Here it comes. Zeb Johnson. Right now, Morrison holding him tight to him. I could bring every driver within the top 9 into this battle for the lead. I don't even know where to go from here. Colton Ward to the bottom. Going to make it 3 wide entering turn 3. And Colton Ward, Bray Hauser, Farmer, Hard, all the other ones in it. Oh, there goes Morrison around. Into Mike Hauser. Caution is out. Man. Oh, and Darcy Harr's going to get involved at the last minute. For one of the fastest Toyotas in all of Texas, the night has come undone for the rookie Matt Morrison. Man, oh man, God almighty. Mike Hauser trying to see if there's any damage to that machine. Damage to the rear. All right. Well, when you throw haymakers, somebody throws a sucker punch. And that is exactly what we got here. Let's look at it. But really, set this up off of turn 3 and 4. Got a big run. Zeb's going to make it 3 wide. Ah, Zeb gets loose. Zeb gets loose coming out the dog leg, and a wicked shot for Matt Morrison. Darcy R was sliding in here, and moments later, boom. Meanwhile, Zeb Johnson's came to a stop. But let's continue looking at some replays. Well, let's run on board. Really, set this up all the way back off of turn 3. I want to run on board. But this is awesome. Until they wreck. Right now you get a good look at what happens down through the short chute, through the dog leg. Right there. Wicked shot. Roll that one more time. This time from the front of the car. I mean, you can just hear the sounds. That just sounds wicked. That is about the hardest shot I've ever heard on iRacing in my life. Oh, and then there's another shot from Darcy. Right on board with Mike Hauser through this. Mike Hauser got lucky earlier. Will not get lucky tonight. There's the bobble. That is a hard shot. Even for Mike, and then gets the wall again. Well, last but not least, Zeb Johnson. So it's a high-speed part of the racetrack too. This is the fastest part of it. Right there, the bobble. Hard to say if it's aerodynamics at work or really what causes it. But right now, 2 of the fastest cars in Texas. One done for the race. The other one, don't know how much damage is on that 43 machine. Already 1 lap down. Matt Morrison is in the pits. Hernandez will get his lap back. Well, Matt Morrison not available for an interview tonight. Obviously, a very disappointed driver. Had a fast #1 machine, but it will be done tonight. Well, 5th caution of the race. The race recap. Colton Ward the leader, 5 cautions for 16 laps, 11 lead changes. 45 laps into it. Colton Ward brings them down. We're rolling again. But Ward with a massive restart, going to jump out to a 3/10 of a second lead. Wade Alexander has first caution of the night back in this thing. Shane Harr going to slice to the bottom. Here comes the 2-time Texas winner trying to go 3 in a row at this track. Harr to the outside. Back down to the bottom. Ward holds him at bay. Shane's going to look to the outside again. Going to fall right back in line. Wade Alexander in hot pursuit, as is Hot Shot Henderson. Travis Farmer all the way up to the wall near about. Hunter Azell kind of got a point to prove this week. Right now, Horror kind of kissed the wall a little bit. Keeps it straight. Wade Alexander right back to the bottom. Here comes Henderson again. Right now, Colton Ward's not able to get away at the moment. Don't know if this is by design or if this is just how strong the draft is. But Alexander up to second, gets clear of Shane Harr. Single fouled out for the top 6, make it the top 9. Massive checkup for Alexander. Shane Harr off the wall a little bit, 3 wide for third. This will allow Colton Ward to scoot away a little bit. Only for a little bit, not for long. These drivers can hurry up and stay in the draft. They'll have him right back in. You see the numbers already dropping. It's turned into a little bit of a super speedway type of deal. Wade Alexander off the wall again. A little bit more significant. Not sure if our tire's going down on that 84 right now. We took 3 wide on the outside with Bobby Attaway in the middle. Now back 2 wide. He'll fall all the way back to around where Hunter Azell's at in the top 5. Elijah Fisher. Fisher having a quiet night. Started on pole, but I've not seen much out of the fastest fish in racing. Zeb Johnson has retired from the event and will be out of tonight's race. Right now, Colton Ward, Shane Harr, another chapter written in this, one can say historic but respectful rivalry. No arguing, no nothing, just 2 guys racing each other like cats and dogs. I mean, really. When these 2 are 1 and 2 going for the lead or the win, always brings the best out of each other. Unfortunately for them, they got a snarling field wanting to put their name into the books. And right now, for the first time tonight, Shane Harr will lead a lap and collect a bonus point. Right now, still a long way to go in this race. Yet to even see a green flag pit stop. Joseph Maddox is back out onto the racetrack. 21 laps down in the 22nd spot. Maddox going to try to get every point, as many points as he can. Right now, around on board with the reigning and defending champion of the series, Shane Harr. Looking back at Colton Ward, Travis Farmer having an awesome night tonight in that 13 machine. Henderson has stayed around the top 4 all night. But keep in mind, the bonus points that Shane Harr is collecting right now, if he can stay out front, lead the most laps. Henderson in 4th. This will shift the dynamic of the championship lead. And really, even though Henderson says that he doesn't really care about the points lead, as 1 car in the wall, Robert Wilhoit, it looks like. Yeah, out of the gas. Able to keep it going. Wilhoit was running back up in the 7th spot at the time. We'll see what happened real quick. Race of Bobby Attaway, and very similar to what happened earlier with him and the 2 of David McCullough. Slides up, kind of net codes, ricochets off of Bobby Attaway. Well, meanwhile, the lead still continues. How about Travis Farmer's going to look 3 wide on the outside. Not going to be able to get there. Right now, 2 biggest movers on the race, trading paint. Swapping the lead back and forth. They don't tell how many lead changes we've already seen. since the restart at least. Travis Farmer up 6 spot. Oh, Alexander into the wall. Gets Hunter Rozelle with him. No caution. And no meatballs, so right now we stay green. Now Elijah Fisher just said he's had a quiet night, but now working himself into the frame here. Well, really, I haven't had a chance to, but we'll pull up the Raging Idiot Racing Network Pit Strategy Report. Well, everybody's kind of on the same stint. Elijah Fisher, slightly better tires as the field works their way down the back straightaway. Well, that is the Raging Idiot Racing Network Pit Strategy Report so far. Paul Chavez returning back out onto the racetrack. 25 down, so that will kind of stop Hernandez from really gaining any more position unless something happens to anybody else in front of him. Colt Ward back out front. Top 5 breakaway from Hadaway, Azell, Alexander, Tyler Stone, and Jason Williams, the top 10. Well, right now, since we got interrupted the last time, we'll try it one more time in Inspired Marketing through the field. Right now, Colt Ward, the leader, started 21st right now. Currently your leader. Shane Harr started 22nd and right now in the second spot. Trying to claim the points lead from the points leader entering tonight, Josh Henderson. Having a solid night, top 5 car for the majority of the night. Elijah Fisher started on pole. Have not really heard a lot out of the 16 tonight, but now making his presence known, and a driver needing a great run. He showed a lot of speed throughout the season. Unfortunately, the finishes do not show for it, but right now Travis Farmer up to the 5th spot. Gotta go a little ways back to find H&W Motorsports' highest running driver, Bobby Hadaway. Right now in 6th, and the man trying to rebound after a massive points loss last week in Las Vegas, Hunter Rozelle, showing great speed tonight with Inspired Motorsports' own Tyler Stone. Been a very eventful night for the 25 machine. On back through the field. Wade Alexander. You talk about an eventful night. Spin on lap 1. Barely misses the second caution. Has been pretty much in the danger zone all night. Bounces off the wall again. Right behind him, looking to try to take that 9th position, Jason Williams. Right now, Williams started 10th. Right now, running 10th. No loss, no gain. But right now has the 2nd highest running of the H&W Motorsports camp. And the 3rd one would be the son. Whoops, wrong one. Would be the son of Bobby Hadaway. Jackson Hadaway right now started 25th up to 11th. You see Hernandez right now. Hernandez still 27 laps down. Another driver had a very eventful night, but staying in it, needs a great run himself. Robert Wilhoit right now in the 12th spot. And the man right now who enters as the gatekeeper coming into tonight, Chris Liotta, started 13th, still running 13th. Well, the speed has not been there, obviously, for the 69 machine. Right now, just trying to have a solid night. stay with whatever points he can. Right behind him, Brent Hammerhand. New colors for the 12. And right now, 14th. Back behind him, Stephen Henning Jr. Though he started third, the car, whatever the reason may be, not cooperating with the 78 has not really been a factor for most of the night. Did lead earlier in the race. Matter of fact, led 3 laps. So right now, the speed just not with the 78 tonight. On back through the field, Mike Hauser, the first car, 1 lap down. Right now, you actually see the battle for the free pass between him and Darcy. Well, Hauser, as in Paul Chavez almost loses it. Able to hold on to it, but right now, Mike Hauser, a fast 43 machine, but right now, a lot of work to make up for that 43, and then Darcy Har. Right now, Har trying to give Mike Hauser a run for his money. And of course, on further back to the field, Joseph Maddox, 21 laps down. Well, Maddox. Paul Chavez still out onto the racetrack. Zeb Johnson has retired from the race. Matt Morrison still in the garage as well. So that is pretty much through the field. It's Colt Ward, still your leader. Right now, Elijah Fisher and Josh Henderson battling for this 3rd spot. Fisher will concede it for the moment. With the points leader having a very strong running tonight as well. Well, we're going to reiterate the points coming into tonight, the bonus points more or less. So we're actually going to pull up an official, the actual procedures for the bonus points. So lead the most laps, you get 3 bonus points. Lead a lap is 1. Right now, I can name off about 6 drivers who have led a lap tonight, so a bonus point going to each one. Elijah Fisher wraps up the bonus point for starting on the pole. The fastest lap right now second. From what I can tell, belongs to Wade Alexander with a 29.389. Right now, Alexander running in the 10th spot. Right now, holds that covenant bonus point. And of course, if you get a 0x, it's a bonus point, which a 0x is if you hit the wall. We refer to the X's a lot in this league. If you get pretty much an incident point is an X. Whether it's 1, 2, 4, or on up, you get too many of them, you get a penalty and or can be disqualified. Well, that is how the bonus points work, and right now for the 3 bonus points, give that to Colton Ward, who has led 31 laps and counting so far. And 59 to go. Right now, Brent Hammerhand came in, make a pit stop right now on fresher tires. Hammerhand will get his lap back. One of his laps back. Well, Ward's going to battle it back here, and We'll let Britton go. He's got Shane Hart to deal with all over the place. And the 21 starting to fire back. Going bringing Henderson and Fisher and Farmer in even more. Well, Shane Hart to the inside. Give it to Shane at the line. He is 9th lap, led in 9th, 57 to go. Shane Hart back out front. Well, this has been the longest green flag run they've had. Green flag pit stops ought to be coming in soon. Stephen Henning Jr. in the pits. Right now, top 3, throw them under a blanket. Fisher and Farmer just waiting, lying and waiting. Right now, 3 drivers, both trying to make history. Only one wheel tonight. Well, actually, there's a possibility neither one do. But right now, as it stands, Shane Hart going for 3 straight wins at Texas. Added to that resume Saturday night in the Inspired Thunder Series. Will lead 84 of 147 laps for his 2nd straight win across both series, and right now trying to make it a 3rd and put his name on the winners list. We talk about last season. It was at this track that actually kick-started what would be his run for what ultimately would be the championship with this win. And of course we'll go on 9 wins this season with a championship on top. After waiting so many years. Came into the night, and of course the 21's been very consistent, has been 2nd in the points for the majority of the season. Been putting on a relentless onslaught for Josh Henderson, but right now, the 21 looks to be firing on all cylinder steel. Right on board with the 21. Ward's going to send it in deep. Well, right now, Shane pulling away a slight gap, 0.2 of a second. Ward already right back in the draft. Going to try to pull up to the back of the 21. We look at from the blimp camera, Stephen Henning Jr. trying to get one of his laps back right now. 2 down. It's not been the night that Stephen Henning wanted. Of course, a great qualifying effort as Elijah Fisher in the pits. Well, Alan's going to show Fisher the first of the top 5 in this time. Well, Henning will get his lap back. Ward all over the back of Hart yet again. Well, right now, Bobby Hadaway, Jason Williams, Chris Laota, all of them are in this time. Well, Chris Laota actually stays out another lap. Right now, Shane Harcourt Ward on 57 lap run, as is the top four. Jackson Hadaway moves up to the 5th spot. Josh Henderson is in. Paul Chavez, black flag. But when them coming in, you got to wonder, when will Colt Ward and Shane Har make the move? Colt Ward in this time. And almost loses it. Hell of a save by Ward. Will Hoyt back in as well. Hunter Azell, Wade Alexander. All of them in this time. Shane Har slowing down. He'll come off of the turn 4. Banking is Shane Har in the pits with Travis Farmer. Hunter Azell, black flag, too fast entering. Man. It's not what my buddy Azell needed tonight. Jackson Hadaway will stay out to lead a lap and get a bonus point. Jackson going to choose to stay out on a 48 lap run himself along with Laota. The lag on Hadaway's part. Colt Ward will go down and lap himself. Shane Har's going to try to quickly get up through the gears and get himself unlapped. Well, here comes Jackson in this time. Question is now, what will Chris Laota do? And really, the lead will be handed back to Elijah Fisher. Well, right now, Laota stays out, but right now, this will be the battle for the lead. And there you see Colt Ward and Shane Har looming in the distance. How will tires play this? 2 lap difference between the top 2. 5 lap difference between the rest of them. Well, between Colt Ward and Shane Har, who will have all eyes, will be coming. And these two, Mike Hauser, meatball flag. What in the world? What has happened to Mike Hauser? Robert Will Hoyt as well, meatball flag. Goes into the corner. Oh, kind of net code and bam into the wall. For a driver that came on the outside looking in tonight. This will not be what Hauser needed or wanted. But right now, you look at the screen, and here comes Har and Ward. Right now, Elijah Fisher trying to get back to victory lane. Josh Henderson trying to get back to victory lane, but Henderson going for win number 3 this season. To the inside. Well, we're only watching this battle because we know at some point Chris Laota will be in. So this is ultimately going to be the battle for the lead, for the win, because we got to expect after this with 40 to go that was the last pit stop for these drivers. Possibly. See Joseph Maddox way up the racetrack. stay out of harm's way as well. Right now, you can see where your favorite manufacturer is running on the screen. And right now is a Ford top 3, followed by Colton Ward Chevrolet and Shane Har's Toyota. Well, another race recap for the Bucks right now. Chris Laota is the leader in the number 60. 5 cautions for 16 laps and 16 lead changes. Which I think is a record in its own right. But that is the race recap for tonight. Right now, Henderson opening up the gap to Fisher, and they have, I believe they'll have Chris Laota in their sights. No, not quite yet. 3.8 and dropping rapidly. Think Laota's in this time. So Josh Henderson will lead once again with 36 to go. Well, right now, the race winds down. Colton Ward has made his presence known once again. Looks to the bottom of Fisher. And around Fisher. Well, Fisher conceded only for the moment, but do not expect Josh Henderson to make this easy on Colton Ward. 35 to go, be 34 at the line. He is Henderson blocking it for dear life. Ward will look to the outside, bringing Shane Har right back in the mix, 2 seconds and counting. Down the back straightaway, no contest. Colton Ward back out front. Ward will dive under Stephen Henning. Henning right now running in the 11th position, the first car 1 lap down. But Henderson's going to get the run off of 4 yet again. I think this is the part of the race now where they just continue to go for it. Like, I don't see if they win. As a matter of fact, what's the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit report now? They went. Everybody went. The top 5 from 50 to 58 laps. Fisher short pitted it. Yeah, so right now, as it stands, they could go that long, and I see no reason for drivers. I don't see no reason for them needing to pit again. Pull it up one more time. They're already 15 in. And we got 30 to go at the line when they get back around to it. So, caution is out. Hunter Azell involved in it. And what was a great run went to bad after a pit road penalty, and it has gone from bad to worse. Man, oh man. God almighty. All right. Well, Hunter Azell will be action tomorrow night for a high side racing league, but tonight it will not be what the 20 needed. Ooh, that sounded like a bad thud. Well, makes contact with Hernandez, and boom. I can see how that got a meatball damage out of that. Immediately throws it into first, trying to hurry up and get back going. Right on board with him. Flies up the track. Hernandez looks to the inside. They make contact. And the way this track is as narrow as that back straightaway is from the wall to the racing surface, rarely do you have a chance to save it. But for Hunter Azell, needed a great run tonight. And this will bring everybody down. This will put a lot of guys back on the lead lap. This is going to bring everybody in it. Hunter Azell done for the night. Right now, Colton Ward, Shane Hart trying to win the race off of pit road. Elijah Fisher, who gets it at the line. Oh, Colt Ward. Ward, Fisher, Harrison, Hart, Travis Farmer in the top 5. That being said, we're going to take a quick step away. Be right back. You're watching the Inspired Racing League Cup Series live from Texas. Be right back in a few short seconds. Lights right on the pace car. And folks, hold on to your beer, lose the remote, and strap the TV down. These restarts have been chaotic. They've shown some of the best racing in 27 laps to go. When we take the green flag, Colt Ward, Elijah Fisher will be bringing us down. Elijah Fisher trying to end a winless streak that goes back all the way to, let's see, as the field comes to the restart zone. We're rolling, and for Elijah Fisher, the last win, you got to go all the way back to June 16th, 2025 at Mount Panorama. That was the last win for Elijah Fisher. So right now, desperately wanting to get back, but Colt Ward stores down the back straightaway. Fisher loose up the racetrack. Got to hold on to it, willing it for everything it's got. Go open the door for Har on the inside along with Henderson, and here we go. Shane rolled out just a little bit. You saw the hesitation in it. Going to try to build up that run down the back straightaway. H&W Motorsports right now 7th, 9th, and 10th. Well, Shane's lying in wait, doing everything he can. Oh, Bobby Hadaway big time off the wall. Well, Hunter Rozelle done for the night. He's already left. Meanwhile, battle for a lead with 25 to go. Shane Harr with Colton Ward. Close, but no surrender. How about Tyler Stone? Where's he came from in the last few laps of this race in that 25 machine? Right now, it is a loner in the first spot. You got two Inspired Motorsport drivers within the top 10. Make it three. Stephen Henning Jr. in 10th. Elijah Fisher. Right now, the highest running Falcon Motorsport driver in the top 10 in the Full Throttle Union in the points leader, Josh Henderson in 5th. But how about the team that needs a big turnaround? Velocity Motorsports is Travis Farmer is having a great run tonight. 22 to go. And Harr holds on to it. Fisher dives right back down to the bottom. Fisher going to slide up. Colton Ward to the outside. Shane Harr holds him down to the bottom. But right now, Shane Harr to the point. Colton Ward starting to slide back. Josh Henderson trying to make his presence known in that 17. Really have not seen the 17. He's been at the front several times, but has not really had the top 3 speed. Oh, Elijah Fisher, hang on to her, buddy. Massive bounce down the back straightaway. $20 to go. Fisher looks to the bottom. Gonna be tight. Colton Ward 3 wide on the bottom. Fisher rolls out of it. Did not want to be in that scenario. I think Colton thought the same thing. They're going to be side by side for a second. This is what Shane Harr wants to see. Tyler Stone trying to get out there and help his teammate any way he can. He can take the top 8 and just about throw him under a blanket. If you take a quilt, you might be able to squeeze him under there. Side by side for second on back. This is what Shane Harr wants to see. Hadaway off the wall again. Either Hadaway or Alexander, 1 and 2. Travis Farmer almost gets into Tyler Stone. Wade Alexander way up the track into the wall. 3 wide through the dog leg. That's for 5th. If you think they're racing that hard for 5th, no matter what they're trying to do at the front, Fisher sends it into turn number 1. Right now, a lot of drivers trying to make a lot of actions. Shane Harr trying to turn the victory lane for the first time since Homestead, where he won the championship. Also trying to go 3 in a row at Texas. Elijah Fisher, like I mentioned earlier, has not been to victory lane since Bathurst. Josh Henderson, he's trying to make it his 3rd win of the season. And for Colton Ward, 3 straight Cup Series wins, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and trying to make it Texas. And then a couple of drivers trying to get their first win in Inspired. Travis Farmer and Wade Alexander, 5th and 6th. Tyler Stone falls back with Hadaway. Right now, out of the running. 16 to go. Here comes Ward, right back to the bottom. This time 3 wide. Fisher off the wall a little bit. Ward's got the position on Henderson to enter 3 wide. Through Texas. Fisher slides back to fourth. That's going to bring Farmer and Wade Alexander right back into it. Fisher hard off the wall. Enough to make the sparks fly. No damage that we can tell on the 16 yet. Keeps it straight, but will slide back to fifth. Right now, Shane Hard, 3/10 of a second lead. Trying to make it to a half a second as the field works down the back straightaway yet again. 15 to go. Remember to breathe, Garrett. And going, it's only going to get more intense by now. Henderson, Colton Ward slides back just a little bit. What does Henderson and Farmer have? 4-21. Well, Travis Farmer has had speed all night. Ironically, has not led a lap officially all night. A bonus point can go a long way for that 13, along with a second place run, let alone a top 5 in the draft. Well, Shane will take the air away off of that 13. He's going to try to make him tight. Off corner exit. You see the same thing with Henderson, but they getting a run down the back straightaway. Henderson off the wall big time yet again. Second time tonight, Henderson's bounced off that outside retaining wall. 12 to go when they get to the line. It's all about building the run with these cars. Alexander off the wall for the umpteenth time tonight. Right now, Travis Farmer, that 13-9, whatever you want to call him, having a career run tonight, trying to finish it through. Right now, top 5 separated by only a half a second, 8/10 of a second. If you go back to Wade Alexander in 6th. All right, now you want to go back. We're talking about drivers since their last win. Who could forget Josh Henderson's win at North Wilkesboro, which would catapult the driver into the Final Four. And ultimately, after the Final Four, it's been a new Josh Henderson, got Tractor Supply on the hood, and a new car with full throttle union, making the best of it. Side by side for second. We're going to be coming at Shane Hart for all angles. 10 to go. Desperation time. Drivers trying to make something happen. If you saved anything, now's the time to use it. Travis Farmer battling back hard for second. They're all trying to stay right with Shane Hart. Farmer off the wall is going to force him down to the bottom. Not sure that's where he wants to be. Henderson shuts the door on him. Side by side for the 4th spot was Fisher and Colton Ward. Colton trying to make something happen on the 13 of Farmer. Eight to go. Well, I can tell you this. I don't care if it's virtual Texas or not, ain't a person sitting down. Hell, the commentator ain't even sitting down. All right now, Shane Hart. If he can lead these next 8 laps, he will have the bonus points, I believe, by my calculation. We'll do it one more time. If he can lead these 7 remaining laps, he will take the 3 bonus points from Colton Ward by 1 lap. Why is that important? 4 points separates the 2 drivers running 1st and 2nd in the points. Shane Hart, Josh Hotshot Henderson. But right now, I think everybody's kind of used up their stuff a minute. The gap now starting to shrink back ever so slightly. Well, Henderson's got another run. You see it on the ticker, but has to lift. They lifted a little bit early. Well, let's look at it. And Shane Hart slightly faster, but now the gap. Oh, Henderson off the wall again. That'll do it. Four to go. Well, I ain't never over till it's over. Right now, this is the longest 3 laps of probably Shane Hart's season right now. Elijah Fisher started on pole. Looks like he'll have to settle for a 5th unless something happens. Well, Henderson and Ward and them all starting to fall back now. Darcy Harr on the apron, choosing to get out of the way. 2 to go. Well, do not expect Henderson not to send it on the last lap. To get within 0.3 of a second to have a shot to get to the back bumper. Probably even less than that. But he's got to run. 0.3 are coming. White flag. 1 to go. In the top 2 with points. Henderson with a massive charge into turn 1. Tried his hardest. Not able to get there yet. Still within 0.3. Henderson fires it back into turn number 3 again. Off of turn 4. Can you say 3 in a row at Texas? The defending champion, Shane Harr, to victory lane. Harrison 2nd. Farmer 3rd. Ward 4th. Elijah Fisher rounds out the top 5. 3 in a row. Can you believe it? In a way, yeah. And folks, he will take the 3 bonus points by 1 lap. 44 to Colton's 43. For Colton Ward, he will be amongst a list of drivers who will not break the record. The record still stands at 2 wins. The first one to do it was this man, Shane Harr, your winner in Texas. The drivers celebrating all over the place. Well, let's get him in here. Shane Harr, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Garrett. Long time no talk.
Can you say 3 in a row, 3 straight at Texas? It's kind of starting to become your stomping grounds, ain't it?
Yeah, just got lucky there at the end. I don't know what happened. If I saved my tires better than everybody else or what, but I don't know. That was awesome. I didn't think I had a chance there, before that last caution came out. I thought I was kind of, maybe 2nd or 3rd place car there, and the caution came out. We got lucky. So awesome.
Well, buddy, just take me through that whole last restart where you knew it was going to be a dogfight. You knew it was going to be a shootout. What was the mind and the thought process for that last 15, 20 lap shootout to the end?
Yeah, I think I restarted. What was it, fourth there? Fourth or sixth? I can't remember. Anyway, the bottom lane must not have got going, so we were able to dive to the inside, into turn one, and we picked off 2 right there. So, that was half the battle, and then Colton's Colton trying to get around him. It was a blast though. The last 15 laps were just try and hit my marks the best I could, not overdrive it, and maintain the gap. And yeah, I think we did a great job of that.
Well, buddy, I got some things to tell you. One, right now your championship rival, so to speak, the points leader will come in second behind you. The gap was 4 points coming in. You'll get the bonus point for leading the most lap, or for leading 1 lap. And by 1 lap, you're 44 to Colton's 43. You will snatch the 3 extra bonus points tonight.
All right. Go.
Hell of a night for the 21s. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Oh man, I gotta thank my teammates over Inspired. Also Teresa and you, Garrett. Obviously, you're part owner in this team too. So I gotta shout you guys out for giving me this opportunity every week to come out here and try for 3 in a row. So that's awesome. I want to thank Elijah for putting the league on. Friends and family that are watching, and yeah, let's go.
Well, for Shane Hart tonight, the defending champion throws his name onto the winner's board and will stake his claim. If you want the championship, you got to go through me. Hell of a job tonight, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
With that being said, Josh Henderson, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Well, you took a shot at it there with 2 laps to go, really. Take us through the night, the 17. Bad fast as always. Was there anything you could have done different?
Yeah, I was out of good there in the good years. Shane did a good job kind of on that restart getting to the front, right? Like, I'm sure he probably thought he's got to control the race. I'd be curious to see what he said. But he got to the front and then just watched the rest of us pissing behind him, and he just kind of set stale. And then by the time I was able to kind of get some space between those guys behind me, it was no more good left in the good years. So I found some things there with about 2, like you said, 2 to go. I tried something different and it worked, and now I'm kicking myself a little bit for not trying it with 4 to go. So maybe I'd have got a little bit closer to him. But just man, I've never been this sweaty after a race. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, take me through it, because almost seemed like we were looking at a Atlanta version of the track. Nobody could really get away with each other. Were you surprised by that, or is this just the product that these cars make with this type of draft package at 1.5 miles? Like, really, were you surprised about the night?
No. I guess the only thing that surprised me is how long we could stay drafted, and I think a lot of that's just because we kept wrecking early on, right? So we never had a chance to really space out. I'm curious to go back and watch the broadcast, but I feel like about halfway through there, we obviously got a green flag run, and there's, 4 or 5 of us at the front, kind of distanced ourselves once the tires, kicked in. You could say some of the cream rise to the crop, or, to the top there, but it was just early on, guys kind of doing some silly things, right? Like putting their cars in some weird places. You get massive runs, and instead of being like, all right, I can either check up here or I can take these guys 3 wide, they're like, I'm gonna take them 3 wide, and it doesn't work. Everybody's trying to be cautious, and we're clipping aprons and we're sliding up, and I got fenced on lap 10, while leading, and I was like, all right, this is how it's going to be tonight. And then I got door slammed again, and vented my frustrations, recollected my thoughts, and was able to drive back up through there. But man, it was a 12-round boxing match, you know what I mean? And it was just go, and yeah, luckily came out there second. Like I said, I wish I'd have figured out what I figured out a little sooner. I might have had a shot at Shane. It would have been interesting.
Well, buddy, last question before I let you head out tonight. Do anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yep, I want to thank all my friends who watch. I want to thank you guys for putting it on. I want to thank Robert again for my paint scheme. You know, I wouldn't say happy, but you know, be aware of breast cancer awareness out there. Affected a couple of ladies in my life, you know, and Aaron and mine's mom's currently, you know, going through a cancer bout herself. So cancer sucks, right? And so anything we can do to raise awareness to it, that's pretty cool. Thanks to all the guys who, I mean, to be fair, after everything that kind of went through there, I thought it was just going to be a wreck fest, but we kind of got it cleaned up, and a hell of a fight there between, what was it, 7-8 cars at the front, just going toe to toe. So thanks to all the competitors who kept it clean for the most part, and everybody who's going to clean up the little mistakes, and we'll move on to the next one. On to Iowa, baby.
All right. For Josh Henderson tonight, it'll be a second place finish, and by my calculations, I hate to end it like this, but unofficial, obviously, but 2 points will separate you from Shane R. For as we go on.
I couldn't finish much closer to him.
No. With that,
I made him earn it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Sir. You too. That being said, Tyler Stone. Or not Tyler Stone. Who the heck am I thinking about? Oh, yeah, Tyler Stone. Travis Farmer not available for an interview tonight. He might pop back in here in a minute. But okay, that's why VR died. Well, still got a few more interviews, and I still got top of the hour here. Stephen Henning Jr., Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, take me through the night. 78. Looked like it showed speed in qualifying, but the race a different story. Just take us through the night for the 78.
I don't know. Just
I know that sound.
just kind of. I don't know. We were confident in qualifying. Then when we got into the race there and we dropped all those positions, it was a oh shit moment of what's going on, and then it was trying to get yourself all regrouped and just try and get yourself settled in. With the cautions early in the race, they're kind of screwed with me, and I was on a different strategy than my whole team, so I was on like 40, 50 almost lap tires late in that run there, and then that's why I was down 2 laps, because I was on a totally different strategy, and I came back with fresh tires, got my 1 lap back, then got the free pass, and then worked my way all the way up to 9th, so.
Well, buddy.
I'm tired. A lot of wrecks that I had to miss, and
hell of a save at one point.
Oh, yeah, there was a few times where it got a little hairy.
Well,
but we got through it.
Well, buddy, last question for you before I let you head out. 2 questions, really. A lot of drivers surrounding you in the points had issues tonight. Cade Cannon not here, obviously, is the big one, but Lyota had issues off sequence. Hauser, Azell, Joseph Maddox. Obviously, Thomas Hernandez walked in 19 points, 2 above you. Will finish back in, I think, the 20th spot. Does this kind of give the 78 some breathing room around that cutoff line?
I mean, hopefully. I mean, I haven't been keeping too much of a close eye on the points. I don't really do it till it's almost crunch time, but
right
I mean,
now,
we go out there and we try and win every race and try and do the best we can every race. That's all you can hope for.
All right, now you enter tonight plus 17 to the good in the 7th spot. Have all eyes that will go up some. Last question before I let you head out there. Anybody want to thank night friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I just got to say thanks to the family. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, and the niece nephews. They're in bed probably by now. But they love me going out here and doing this every week. So just got to say thanks to them for letting me do this every week and do something that they like. Just got to thank Dews for sponsoring the car and having it all colored up on the Toyota. I mean, it looks mighty fine, in my opinion, but one of these times we're hopefully going to win in it. But yeah, I think that's it.
All right, buddy. Hell of a job for you tonight. Stephen Henning Jr. will end the night, finishing 9th. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, from one driver to another one, this one did not hear a lot out of him, but in the final few laps, made himself known. So we'll get the driver of the 3M16 Falcon Motorsports entry. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, really didn't hear a lot out of you until the closing laps. What more did the 16 need to try to get the win tonight?
We just had to avoid a situation from earlier in the race. The 16 3M car was fast. We had a lot of speed really early on, and unfortunately we just got caught up in the racing incident. And Joseph took a look at it for us and let us know the left front was pointing towards the wall. So it wasn't bent horribly, but driving that thing was a little something I wasn't used to, and I wanted to go every direction but the right way. So being precise was difficult tonight.
Well, take me through the night, of course. Looked like an old Atlanta. I hate this. This is going to sound about as bizarre as what it sounds like, but with the runs generated, it honestly either reminded me of an Atlanta Super Speedway package or really when IndyCar comes to Texas and the runs were being able to generate. Were you surprised by the package that was brought tonight by the Inspired Racing League? And really, do you think it was more of a positive or negative effect on the race? What's your take on the package tonight?
I think the package was pretty good. I just wish we had a little bit more of some lanes that could develop. It was pretty set with the bottom. I mean, 1 and 2, there were about 2 to 3 different grooves, but it was ultimately really difficult with the air to kind of hit your marks. But I still like these cars. I mean, the package is pretty good. I think this was definitely one of the better mile and a halfs that these cars have put on, and you know, in some ways or others, you know, there's certain tracks like a Homestead, for example, where it just gets really tight when you're behind somebody. This was similar, but it wasn't bad enough that it would throw you into the wall. So helped being a wide track, and you know, just lots of 3-wide moments too, for sure.
Well, buddy, last question for you tonight, because I know admin meeting is coming up for you. Long night ahead. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I will get there. I don't know if you said anything earlier on the broadcast or not, but it has been a pertaining to Chris, I think.
He said he didn't want it spread, so I didn't say nothing.
That's
about it.
fair. Well, we'll just put it this way. Anybody watching, keep your prayers for Chris and also Cade. It has been it's a hard week, man. It's a hard week in this league, and it just keeps on coming. I know we've done a lot of moment of silences, but there's some hurting families out there. So you know, just keeping everybody in your thoughts and prayers would be good. I don't really want to go into too much detail since it's theirs, but you know, just know. So the guys I mentioned, you know, we're thinking of you, and we're all here to help and support. So, you know, appreciate everybody watching, and I would appreciate your prayers for sure.
All right, buddy. For tonight, Elijah Fisher, a fast 3M machine, but it will come home 5th tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Just another example of how really, when you think about it, we're all on borrowed time. And when your name is called, your name is called. With that being said, go through the results for tonight. Unofficial results, obviously. But at the end of it, Shane Har back to victory lane for the first time since Homestead in the season finale, where he would go on to win the championship. Josh Henderson second, Travis Farmer third, Colt Ward, Elijah Fisher the top 5. Wade Alexander, Bobby Hadaway, Tyler Stone, Stephen Henning, Jason Williams keeps up the top 10 streak, finishing in 10th. Jackson Hadaway 11th, Chris Loader, Brent Hammerhand, Mike Hauser. A fast 43 machine, but it will come undone too soon in the race. Will finish the race 2 laps down in the 14th spot. Darcy Harder 15th. Robert Will Hoyt, Joseph Maddox 16th, 17th. For Matt Morrison, a hell of a car out of that number 1. Unfortunately, it will end 26 laps too soon. Or really not even that, really ended way too soon. Thomas Hernandez, not sure the issues plaguing the 27 or the 77, but issues right out the gate, did not start the race. Will finish 19th. Paul Chavez in 20th. Zeb Johnson in 21st. David McCullough, Christopher Roscoe, Hunter Azell will round out the 24 car field. Well, No Limits Texas brought out a lot of stuff to race recap at the end of it. Shane Har, your winner for tonight. 6 cautions for 19 laps and a record 21 lead changes. So with that being said, it was a hell of a night in Texas. Congratulations to the reigning champion, Shane Har. And with that being said, I will see everybody in the next broadcast, which will be Wednesday for Little Dog, Big Dog. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night.